While the sun is set, there's still plenty of light in the stadium for this prime time contest. We've waited all day for this one, haven't we, Brock? It's time for the NFL on EA Sports. Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as Week 2 gets underway. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Hall. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 32, his first throw is an interception. Trevor Wallace has it. And the Golden Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
Walker gets it for the first time. And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. It was Marcus Williams in on that stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Now there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Setting up a throw. That's caught for the first. Touchdown! The Golden Eagles parlay the interception into points. Mark Andrews with the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for Brock as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Look at this. The wideout gets it to start this drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, this is a headache-inducing run for a defensive coach. I could just imagine that staff both upstairs and down on the field watching the kick, because now they don't have to just worry about this guy catching his receiver. Now they know he can be a weapon in the ground game, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's able to get back to the line, but that is all. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Now Jackson on third down. Flushed out of the pocket. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he's able to take this up pretty close to that 40-yard line. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
The give here on 2nd. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
First down, here's Lamar. He's on the move. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down. Play fake, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Gronk, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you gotta feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know it's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Lamar now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. This from 40 on the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. He fields it from the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he'll take this up to around the 29-yard line. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Walker on 2nd. And after a little running, he gets this up to the 32. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Walker gets the first and more. 20, 15, and that is a touchdown. The Golden Eagles get 6 more on their early advantage. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Wow, Just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Golden Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They start to drive with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Jackson looking to throw. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Strong running inside the 30. And he finally ends up out of bounds after a huge gain. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
Hall. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Now it's second and goal from the 1. Hall's going to try to smash his way in. And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. Just not quite enough to break the plane, and now it's third and goal at the 1.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down second and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. And we'll see what they do about fourth and goal in a few minutes. We've reached the end of our first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at fourth down, but inside field goal range. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens make it a 1-score game in the first half. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on fourth and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Now an inside give to Walker, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Let's go. On the draw, it's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Traps, screens, draws, you need the element of surprise. The problem is, this defense was all over that draw. You couldn't fool them, even if you wanted to.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Ravens will go on offense. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Hey, middle.
Hall takes it straight ahead. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Pressure coming. It's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate. Right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with a tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
The receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know what that felt like to me, Kate? That felt like a little bit of overthinking, where he's just waiting for the perfect lane and the breakaway run. But against defenses in this league, you hesitate, you get tackled for a loss.
Escapes a defender. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. Terrific return here, 24 yards. And they're going to take over possession. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Ready, go.
Throwing it to start this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 19 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
Trying again, following the sack. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. He has the touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. But you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Shut up. Cowboy 80. Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Play action on first down. He's got it near the 8. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Handoff running left, Walker. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Ready up.
Offense to the line for second down.
Here we go, set.
Here's a give, fullback headed up the gut. And that's good for a gain of 5. Linky Luvu there for the tackle. That's 5, it looks like, on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
So on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal attempt. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that extends their lead to 14.
He got just enough of that one to make it count. Anything less, and that falls short. From that distance, though, you don't really care. You'll take the field goal no matter how it looks.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Taken in by Harrison. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. He's got Harrison. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Argentina. It's the Ravens, who have 1st and 10. Handoff running left. Here's Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Oh, he got free. He's contained at the line for no gain. Sent to the ground by Mason Smith.
Well, I think all quarterbacks have been there before. You start scrambling, you're hoping for something to materialize, and nothing does. You just try to get back to the line, live to play another day, and more importantly, avoid a loss.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy. Good running here. He's across the 15. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Ravens make it a one-score game before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. In the words of Pete Carroll resonate, it's not how you start, it's how you finish.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Returning it from the 4. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
60 Maverick. Set.
Airing it out to start this drive. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A 7-yard loss brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 70 Timberwolf. Mustang 19. Ready.
Pass play coming here. He gets a lock behind one, deep downfield. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that's just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Set.
They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's touched as they pick up that 1st down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Come on. Set. 19 tight. Go.
They'll throw on 1st. This one taken in by Chase. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's 2nd and 2. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
One final shot before halftime. He put everything he had into this one. They're on it. That's intercepted. Marcus Williams has it. And the Ravens watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Take go.
Walker now from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Shut up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. He was looking for Mark Andrews. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Taking a shot, deep down the field it goes. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Here we go, set.
He'll throw it. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a 1st. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They start the half with a give to Hall. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Jackson to throw it. Escapes the pocket. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That's Antoine Winfield Jr. up to make that play.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Now here's Lamar. Clean it over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. We come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Just a tremendous effort from the defense there. A sense of urgency on 1st down in the red zone. Got to find a way to knock this offense backwards, and the defense just did.
They'll run now on second down. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
Jackson now on third. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away. Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Walker on first down. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass, when they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Gets this one to Andrews. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. That one gains 7. And it sets up first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
To the left side, caught by Andrews. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Toss play. This is Walker. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
These running backs love getting into the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Let's go. 18, go.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And a man is there to knock that away.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Got it. Ready?
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Ready?
They'll try and throw it here. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Let's go now.
They give up the gut to Walker. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. Only 1 yard for them, and now we'll see what they decide to do on 4th and short. Trying for it, it's Walker. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's able to rip off a chunk of red zone yardage to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Okay, ready?
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set.
Running with Walker again. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5.
Stephanie!
They're throwing it. This one's caught. Touchdown. You should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here, but his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. This one is up and good. And the Golden Eagles drive their lead to 11. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Lamar now from the gun. That one complete to Njoku. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. So now here's 3rd and 5. Jackson looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a first down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact.
Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane.
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. And they'll bring him down. The fake does not work.
You know, that's a call I'll see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone in the NFL, and for good reason. Even when you catch him off guard, the chances for success are extremely low. Can't do it.
Starting from the 5. And And look at this return. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson trying to get after the pick. Flushed out of the pocket. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Handoff now to the receiver. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
Well, that's a tough one because you can see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
They'll have the 1st down and even more. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
1st down, here's Lamar. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Another try following the sack. Finding Flowers. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. We're going to have a stoppage here as we see an injured player. And it's David Njoku, who's worse for wear following the play. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, it's going to make it pay.
And the struggles continue for him tonight. He's only able to get back to the line. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Short pass brought in. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10. Jackson throwing here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Receiver gets it on the handoff. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years. And what a great example on that play.
4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Keep trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. Has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. Breece Hall with the touchdown. McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Ravens cut the lead down to 10.
37. Ravens 27. Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set, go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. 40. Hits the 20. He does it. Touchdown. The Golden Eagles can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. The point after splits the uprights. And the Golden Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Rolling left, buying some time. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Buenos Aires. Ravens trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Second down now, 7 to go. Running this one left. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing the run was coming. And boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
When you ask a lot of your defenders on that field, it is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignments, hit pocket, but to make plays on the balls that arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Now it's a bootleg for him. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Pat Surtain has it. And the Golden Eagles will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, an aggressive choice to go for it on 4th and that kind of distance. And an equally aggressive play in coverage to pick that pass off.
Yeah, that down and distance, you're not running it, right? Too far to get to the stick, so that defense had all eyes on the quarterback. They knew that pass was coming. And it's one thing to know it. It's another thing to execute it and go take it away. That's a big momentum swing for this defense.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And down he goes. The Ravens defense gets it done. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack. Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Now go with Walker on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. All right, here we go. Second down. Throwing out to the left. Cut. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
First and goal. Here's Walker. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. The loss sets him up at the 9-yard line. It's second and goal.
Hawks 70, Hawks.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end.
And in for the touchdown. Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, that's a call you might see in the college game, but it's pretty dead and gone from the NFL, and for good reason. Even catching him off guard, the chance for success, extremely low.
That's going to be taken in at the 8. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On first down, Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The defense takes its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. After the sack, another pass on second down. Harrison secures this left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And that's incomplete with 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. Throwing again is Lamar. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. The outcome's decided here, but we got a timeout with 2 seconds on the clock so they can think it over before their final play. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a 3rd time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in 1 game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Golden Eagles, as with that, we sign off from Buenos Aires.